In this video, we remove a lot of screws, we watch caramelized LEDs under the microscope, and we look at a frog. Here we have a very nice Philips television, but there is hardly any picture. Sound works fine, and we do see a very faint picture, but we are not able to brighten it up with the settings. The previous owner told me the picture brightness went down gradually, so I'm betting on the LED strips. Let's change them. First, we need to remove the back cover. I like to make a rough sketch of everything I disassemble, stick any loose bits to it with sticky tape and number them sequentially. In that way, reassembly is just following the numbers in decreasing order and there will be no screws left in the end. Everything ends up where it used to be and there will be no screwing in the wrong hole. Right. There are two wires running from the back cover to the PCBs, which have to be disconnected from the boards before we can remove the back cover. Then we need to remove the bezel. This is done by removing a lot of small screws on the side of the TV. The speakers have convenient little connectors, so those can be removed easily. There is a bit of dust inside the television, which might cause some cooling problems in the future, so let's clean it a bit while we are here. To remove the actual bezel, we need to turn the TV front side up, so I'm sticking a few rolls of foam to the back where it can rest on, so we don't damage the circuit boards. There are a few bits of metal sticky tape connecting the bezel to the metal backside, which we have to detach first. In a previous video, to which a link appears on your screen right now and is below the video as well, I removed all the panels from the front of the TV, but there is a better, easier and safer way. Instead of removing all the layers of the screen from the front, we are going to remove the back instead. In this way, we don't need to touch and walk around with the fragile LCD panel, and we don't have to worry about the order of all the layers. Way less risk to break anything. After turning it front side down again, we need to disconnect a few connectors to detach the somewhat fragile circuit boards of the actual LCD panel. This many pins flat cable is connected to the LCD panel, but the connector on the LCD panel is of the breaks quickly kind, so we disconnect it from the PCB in the television instead. Then we temporarily remove this bracket to be able to fold down the LCD PCBs. Now very carefully detach the clips holding the LCD's circuit boards to the casing and fold them down. We carefully unclip these small clips that connect the back to the LCD panels. Whenever we have a corner that we can slightly lift up, we put a bit of foam between the back and the front to prevent them from clicking back. Then, after checking all the clips around the TV to make sure they are all loose, we can simply lift the metal back from the LCD assembly. The panel closest to the LED strips was a bit stuck to the casing, so we'll put that back where it should be. So now we can leave the fragile LCD part of the TV on the table and work on the back, in which the LED strips are located. This white plastic sheet is held in place by these plastic distance keeper thingies, and to prevent them from breaking, we need to remove them by pushing from the other side. One of the circuit boards had to be removed for some, but there was just a few screws and connectors. Now that we have the white sheet out, we can access the actual LED strips. Some do look a bit caramelized, so we will replace all of them. But if you happen to have a multimeter, you can test LEDs by putting your multimeter in diode mode, for which the symbol is a little arrow pointing to a little vertical line. The multimeter will put a view volts on the probes and the LEDs light up. In our case, we find about 7 broken LEDs, which is enough to make the TV cut voltage to the LED strips. It is possible to replace the individual LEDs, which can be seen in the video that appears on the top of your screen right now and is linked below as well. But that is not a very easy job, and we don't know how long the other LEDs will keep on shining. So since replacement strips are not very expensive, we will replace them all. Out with the old, in with the new. The LED strips are stuck to the casing with some sort of glue, so they need a bit of persuasion to take a hike. Now let's install the new strips. Put back the white plastic sheet . Clean it a little bit . After that we click in all the spacers. They are slightly angled and they should all point as much as possible to the center of the TV. And now we can put the casing back on the LCD panel assembly. Now we carefully fold back the PCBs of the LCD panel. And reconnect the flat cable. Turn the TV front side up to reconnect the bezel. And finally, we put back the plastic cover. Now, the moment of truth. And yes, it's working again. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video and would like me to show you more of my repairs, please press the join button. I hope you will join me in the next video. Bye then!